Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's Ask Me Anything. 3 questions that have been put to me. Yes, I know what the questions are, but I've tried not to think about them as I've been getting ready for this video. So it's just going to be like a stream of consciousness with each of my responses. So question number 1. What do I use the WASCII squirrel grid for? So you've noticed most probably in some of my videos, I've started doing that WASCII squirrel grid, which is where he takes the grid and he divides it into 4. And then one he goes up and down to fill it. Another one goes side to side to fill it. Then he does, the third one is like a crosshatch. And then the last one is like a diagonal crosshatch. I know I'm doing my fingers there to show you. Why do I use it? I think it looks quite nice personally. I know there's a lot of people that don't. I know my wife certainly doesn't. But I also find it quite useful. So with the going up and down and going across, what that lets me see is how quickly that the pen is filling in, going in each direction. So I get an idea there where it's, filling in quicker going down and across, or where it's the same. It just gives me an idea of how wet the pen is and how well it flows. With the 2 crosshatches, what they do is they give an idea for line variation. So if we've got a stub nib so I know I'm stumbling on my words. I'm not going to edit that out. So if we've got a stub nib, where we're going down and then across, the down lines should be wider than the across lines. Same with an architect nib. I don't have one of those. You should see on there the down lines narrow and the wide ones wider, or the cross ones wider. With the diagonal ones, again, that shows off the nib. So when you go in one direction, you're getting thin. When you go in the other one, if you've got a stub nib or something like that, you're getting them that wider line. So that's really, I just like the look of it. If somebody can give me an idea of something else which shows the same thing, so we're looking at wetness, we're looking at flow, we're looking at line variation, be more than happy to use it. I just want something that's quick and easy to do, doesn't require a lot of paper. And at the moment, I really do like what that WASCII squirrel grid gives me. Question 2. Have you ever met any famous celebrities or scored any sports autographs? Yes and no. A bit of a thing. I'm not really into celebrity spotting, I will be honest. Where I grew up, a place called Scarborough in the UK, they used to have summer seasons where they would have big stars who would come and do stage shows. And there, yes, I have met, as in I worked at a couple of places where they would go into. So I've not met them as in met them, but I've met them as in I've actually served them. So I'm thinking here people like the Crankies, Cannon and Ball, I think it was some of the Grumbleweeds. Who else? There was quite a few, but yeah, it was just serving them as in a customer, as opposed to going up to them asking for an autograph or asking for questions and stuff like that. So yeah, yes and no. Question number 3. Do you have a checklist for an ideal pen? Interesting one, this one, isn't it? Yes and no again. I don't have a checklist as in something I would go through for every pen and say, if it doesn't have this, this and this, this and this, I'm not going to get it. What generally I'm trying to do nowadays when I'm looking at pens is I'm going, is it something different than I've already got? Say the Jinhao 100. I've got a number of Jinhao 100s. They all come with the same nib. There's nothing really different about them. So I tend not to buy many of those now. I'm going through at the moment buying some Ecos. Buying them because there is something different. It's the nibs. So I've got 5 Ecos now. So I've got extra fine, fine, a medium, and extra fine, fine, medium, and a 1.1 stub. That's 4. And I'm planning to get soon another Eco, but with a broad nib. So I've got the whole range of nibs. So yes, in that respect, they have something unique. Other pens, you know, it might be a pen that looks nice. It might be a pen I've seen other reviewers using and comment about how nice it is. So it's got to have something there which really attracts me to it. It's not just buying a pen for the sake of buying a pen. Recently, you'd have seen I got the 3776, the Platinum 3776. I've already got one with a medium nib, but I got that because of the music nib. Again, the nib there is something different. So, not really a checklist as such. It's just got to be something, you know, as I keep saying a number of times, something unique, something different that I don't already have. So that's today's 3 questions. Please send me some more. My list of questions is getting very, very short now. Please drop them in the comments or send them to me by email, put them into Discord. Love to get your questions so that I can answer them in future videos.